Good morning. We got ADP in about 6 minutes.
ADP U.S. employment coming up next. What to watch for. Bank of Canada set to keep interest rate on hold amid inflation spike and tariff uncertainty.
Crypto today. Bitcoin shows resilience as BTC exchange reserves hit lowest level in 7 years.
Forex Live European FX News Wrap. Light changes as markets wait on trade developments.
Uniswap price forecast. Uni eyes. 7. Dylan's breakout amid Spark integration, rising whale activity.
US dollar index, DXY stalls above 99 saudis as JOLTS jobs optimism fades.
FTSE 100 up marginally.
Yen. Media report of BOJ equivocation on policy normalization. Scotiabank. Pound is trading quietly on the day. Scotiabank. Euro flat versus US dollar. Following modest improvement in PMIs. Scotiabank.
We're about 3.5 minutes away, I think. Let me pull it up. 2 minutes away. That's not. There we go. Okay. Just making my coffee. Nespresso with clarified butter and collagen from cow bones. Yeah. Be he live or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my coffee. All right, just over 1 minute. ADP. You think it's going to be higher or lower? What do you guys think? Was 62. We think it's going to double. Do you agree or disagree? Higher or lower? What do you stink? "26 seconds. Here we go.
ADP U.S. employment coming up next. What to watch for. Bank of Canada set to keep interest rate on hold amid inflation spike and tariff uncertainty.
Crypto today. Bitcoin shows resilience as BTC exchange reserves hit. See that? Whoa, bro. Whoa. So I imagine you've already gone through the news, right? You've already gone through all this. So, but what we're looking at is the Bank of Canada is much more important later today. But not a lot of opportunity. Yeah. So anyways, quite something, huh? Oh, see what this is pointing to. It's the end of the world. Yeah. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Ouch. So, significantly less jobs added than expected. Significantly less. On top of disappointing GDP. Okay. On top of disappointing weekly jobless claims. So anyways, it's complicated if you're a buy a dip scenario. Is this the dip you want, or is it, like for example, here's the Dow. So what do you want to do? Well, I think if you were a bull, you were targeting this high, right? So we already have this set up here. So for example, this is a buy zone, and this is the target for that buy zone. Okay? And remember, that's what you're supposed to be trading yesterday, not today. You're supposed to be down here. All right, so we're still trying to get there. So now you're making a decision. Are you still a bull? Well, it's hard to say. So that's disappointing economic news. It points to a slowdown, which is not necessarily good for the Dow. Okay? But you could be in the buy this dip scenario, because we're looking at this in the future. So, I don't know where you stand. Some are going to say this is a top and this is a top. And that we're not likely to get to Dow 5,000 anytime soon. So one of the things we look at a lot at traders.com is our seasonality tools. Yeah. Seasonality. So for example, what if you thought we were going to do this in the next 6 weeks? That's what seasonality would be. It could be 2 weeks. It could be now. It could be 8, but not likely. It could be now. But let's say in this weary period of now to 6 weeks, you thought there was a high probability of topping out. So how do you go through the logic? Well, the logic here is that you're saying, hey, we're going to get up to resistance, but not have the ability to get through resistance. See what I'm talking about? Okay, so now you would ask yourself, where is the resistance? You're thinking not as a bull, but as a bear. Now, bulls should know this too, but it's a threat to bulls, and bears are looking for an opportunity. Now, you have to be bearish in the future. You have to be able to say, your research indicates. Nobody cares about your opinion. Okay? Your research is what people care about. Says that you believe somewhere between these two lines the probability is down. We don't know if it's true, but you can look at seasonality. And what I mentioned earlier today is that you can also look at the annual outlook I did back in January to an analogous period of time to see what happened in the summer in a similar situation. Did the summer push the markets up? Did the summer push the markets down? What happened in the past? And based on a similar, let's say, trade war stuff. Okay, great. And then what normally happens without the trade war stuff? So you do some research, right? But let's say you thought down was likely to happen in the next few weeks. And then let's say it could fall to the third week of September. Very specific, right? Yeah, you're not that specific. You don't know what to expect the third week of September? Really? So if you're scratching your head, YouTuber, and you're like, I like to trade Forex. Okay, good. You like to trade Forex. I want to get rich quick. And then you're like, it's all random. What do you mean it's all random? So you don't have a plan for the third week of September? Really? Oh my God. I cannot imagine being a trader like that. And that, I'm being very serious here. Wow. Then a lot of these moves could be very surprising. So you should already know, in general, if something like that happens, then when does it happen? And then you can start planning for it. Could be a little early, could be a little late, but let's say your research said that usually happens. Now you can be ready, willing, and able. And now this might be the catalyst of like, oh yeah, we're not going to get higher. We're not going to make a higher high up here. Not with the slowing ADP, rising weekly, right? Negative GDP. And then what if non-farm payrolls is a dud? Then we're definitely not going to make a higher high. So what are you going to do about it? But if you didn't know it was likely to happen anyways, how could you be ready for it? You'd just be reactionary. Just another victim. Just another victim. So let me ask you, if you could give me one day, only one day, I want to know the specific day, that if you thought the Dow was going to fall, what day would you be ready for that change in direction? Give me one specific day that you would plan for. Okay? Because I don't think you would plan for June 4th to be your top. So tell me what you would plan for. I'll wait. I'm going to suck down my my butter and my collagen and my caffeine. I'll wait. Canada Day, July 1st. Okay. Okay. So now you're in a window of it could be a little bit before July 1st. Sorry, July 1st. Okay. Or a little bit after July 1st. Because a farmer knows when they think they want to plant. When do you want to plant the seeds? I don't know, somewhere around the middle of April. Well, does that mean April 15th? No. It means it could be a week or two before or a week or two after, but usually before May. And the first week of April is usually too early, still a little too cold. So somewhere in the middle. So you're flexible and you go out every day. Do I sell now? Do I sell now? Do I sell now? Do I sell now? But imagine you're a farmer and you have no idea what to plant or when to plant it. Do you plant barley or sorghum? You're like, I don't know, I'll decide at the last second. Okay, cool. And then, do you plant barley and sorghum on the same day? I don't know. But what if you had no idea that April you should be ready, willing, and able? That May is too late, March is too early. What if you just didn't know and you're like, oh, we had a warm week in March, so I guess I'll plant now. Wrong time of year. So anyway, so look, I'm trying to show you that you don't know the future. There's nothing certain, except what is certain is because you have quantitative data, you know what usually works. You have a basis, a foundation to your decision. And you need to be ready, willing, and able, let's say in a window here, for a change of direction. So if you're ready for that, then maybe you're conservative on buying dips because you know you're close to resistance, but you also know to look to resistance and maybe respect resistance. Oh. And as you get closer and closer, you can say, well, I wonder if it gets to resistance if we get a lower low. Should you buy this? Maybe you're less confident, huh? And then what if it does this? You might be long-term long, and I am long-term long. 30 years from now, I'm going to make a lot of money. I guess I don't think I'm legally allowed to hold it for 30 years. 25 years. 25 years from now, I'm going to make a lot of money on the Dow. Massive. So I can buy any dip. It doesn't really matter. Well, I want to be smart about it. So I could say, all right, I am a long-term bull, but what's likely to happen over the next 12 weeks? What if I thought we were going to go all the way down to 4,000, which is so low, it's not even on my chart? Cool. At the very least, I can stop buying dips and stay in cash. Okay. But you're like, Wayne, I don't trade the Dow. Okay, great. Let's talk about how to be a trader. If you thought this was the likelihood, then you should know correlation. Okay? You're like, well, where do I learn correlation? Well, that's impossible. You can never learn correlation. It's completely random. Of course you can learn it. Gee whiz. Golly gee whiz, Batman. Yeah. It's so easy when everybody's trying to please me, baby. Okay. So the stock market falling is risk off. Risk off. Look to buy dollar, look to buy Swissy, look to buy yen. I have it written down for you. Huh? You're welcome. I have it written down for you. You don't even have to memorize it. Pessimism in the stock market and need for safe haven currency. Cool. Now, will that happen? Well, there's two things. We don't know if the stock market will fall. And if it does fall, we don't know if those currencies are going to be safe haven. But what we can do is be ready for it. So somewhere around, really, I think this is Canada Day, isn't it? Okay. And we don't know if that happens. I mean, it could happen this way, right? Okay. But we do know to be ready for that vertical line for a change of trend. And if that happens and you don't trade Dow, you could then look to buy USD. Okay. Look to. Not buy it. Look to buy it if you see technical opportunity. Buy USD, buy Swiss franc, and buy yen. Oh, what do you guys think? Do you see the logic here? So now we're not talking about today. Today's dead. What are you talking about? You should have planned it out yesterday. So this is about tomorrow, the rest of the week, the rest of the month, so that you can be ready and understand what trades might develop. You shouldn't be trading other people's old trades. So right now it's 8:30, right? Is this a good time of the day to be trading? To just start trading? Is this the prime time New York session to be trading? Stock market's not even open yet. 8:30 is late. $8:30 is late. You're at least 2 hours late. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And in the next 5 hours, we're likely to lose a ton of volume and volatility while we're tickling resistance. So are institutional investors going to buy more at resistance or fizzle fade out? Yeah, so you should know the time of day to be trading, right? Oh, for sure. Wayne, what time of day should I be trading? Oh, good question. Oops. So maybe Dow is a little more forgiving because the market opens at 9:30, but we can quantitatively explore that question instead of guessing. Okay, so S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow. So maybe this particular asset's forgiving. But let's look at Wednesdays now. This is where we are now. Okay, so you're just waking up. You're going to make your first trade of the day. I would still argue that this is the better time of day. Between 6 and 7, not between 8 and 9. Because on Wednesdays, after the 10 o'clock news and towards lunchtime, the market fizzles out. So if it fizzles out, are we going to make a higher high? What's your thought, guys? Yeah. There's a little pop in trading during the New York close and then fizzle out, huh? So, for example, if we were going to simplify this, maybe Asia is the best time to be trading and London or New York is the best time to take profit. Okay? Because what we're trying to do is this, and now maybe if you're still a bull, your next trade is this. Now, using implied volatility, if you're still a bull, that's the best price zone for a long on Wednesdays. Wednesday morning or Wednesday afternoon if you're in the European time zone. Let me do this in orange, try to match it. So, if you're still a bull between 42, 429 and 329 is your buy. It might need to fall for 3 hours, 4 hours. So what does that tell you? That's tomorrow's trade today. If you're a bull. Okay. Now, if you're a bull and we're down here tomorrow and you do your fundamentals. Okay, weekly claims up. ADP down. GDP negative 0.2. And okay. Ooh. So if we're down here, then you're like, uh-huh. So what does that suggest? What if we are down here tomorrow at 42 instead of 42,329. It could fall 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days. Will it fall every day? No. 9 days, 10 days. But could it be generally bearish? Yep. Well, if you don't understand this, you can't make a trade. Sell it. Okay. So what I'm telling you is the change of force. Now, these are days, but they could also be weeks. So what often traders do is when they finally catch a trend, they do really well. And what happens is they buy dips when the trend is over. And they make money here and they give it back there. We've all lived through that, so don't pretend like that's never happened to you. What I'm trying to share is knowing when that's likely to happen. So at the very least, you stop buying because you can anticipate that this change of direction is normal. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Priscilla, help me out here. I'll work with you here. Okay. Give me an asset you're interested in. Let's go through the process together. Give me an asset, any asset. Pick a card, any card. And we'll go through the process. Okay? Because most of you guys are great traders, but I think the challenge is you're trading the wrong thing at the wrong time. But your technicals are pretty good. But you can't think ahead, like you're not even thinking about July and August and September right now. Really? I'm telling you, it consumes my mind. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Kateko, what do you want me to trade? Tell me what's on your mind and I'll go through the process. I will directly answer your question. Okay? I'm not going to make a decision for you. You don't pay me any money. So there are plenty of YouTube gurus that will offer that kind of clickbait. I'll tell you how to make a decision. I'll actually teach you. Come on. Oh, really? Nothing? Hello? Kateko Pasala. Wait, gone? Dude, that's too bad. I kind of like the challenge. Too bad, so sad. Dan, why not silver? I didn't say anything about silver. We could do silver. Yeah, I think Jim was crushing it on silver. Yeah. I like the double negative. Why not silver? I don't know if I can answer that. I'm more of a, should we trade silver? Okay. All right, I'm going to go with Dan. Okay. I was trying to help, like, Taco Pasella. What are you trading? Pull the chart. Right? Explain the technical and logical. Dude, let's do it. All day long. All day, every day. Can't respond to a question, then forget it. All right, so we'll do silver. Let's start with that. I think I got it under here. Yeah. Nope, not interested. Pass. Could I trade it anyways? Yes. Okay, so I'm modest because macroeconomics tells me I'm neutral on silver. It's barely worth my time. Can I trade it anyways? Yes. But that's step one. Okay. Step two is, can I trade it anyways? And I'm looking at this as a fallback. Can I engage conservatively? Yes. Because even though it doesn't kind of add up right now for silver, based on a lot of different things, silver usually goes up in the month of June. Okay? Okay? This period. There's a June to July is more up than down. Is it a lot? No. Is it as much as this period? No. But remember, this period, gold was very unfavorable, and we were talking about buying gold. And I was comparing seasonality with market sentiment. Seasonality was very bullish, and sentiment was very bearish. And I'm like, I think sentiment's wrong, and it's going to turn very positive after gold goes up. But after gold's gone up, you've already missed it. Okay, good. So anyways, going back to this, silver usually goes up modestly, and I can see it here on the chart. And it is going up. So can I buy dips? Yeah. Are these long-term trades? No. In fact, gold is likely to crash soon. But I already know this. Will it crash? I don't know that. But is it good to hold it through this period? Well, you do you. I only know 20 years of history. That's all I know. But you do you. Oh, I just love silver. Silver's my favorite. Dude, really? Is that how you think? I love silver. Silver's my favorite. I always trade silver. Okay. No. I trade silver when it's likely to go up. Now, one of the things we talked about recently, and I forget where, but just because it's falling doesn't mean you sell it. What if you're only a buyer? You allocate here and you allocate here. Okay? And you accumulate cash and you accumulate cash. So I could, as a trader now, only buy silver twice a year and I'm done. I could put $1 billion here and put $1 billion here. Okay, so now I could argue. I know precisely what I want to do and when I want to do it. Great. But I still have to be ready in this window because I don't know the precise day or even the precise hour. I don't know the precise day to start buying or the precise hour. But I do have a strategic plan. You guys see that? And I could say, for whatever reason, analytically, I decide I want to own silver for the long haul. I'm talking 20 years. Okay, so I put 1B here, and I put 1B here. And I invest $2 billion a year into silver. And now I just use the charts. Okay? So this period, vacation. This period, vacation. You see my logic? So I might not be precisely right, but I know precisely what I intend to do. There's nothing random. There's nothing random. So silver, let's go back as a summary. Silver, I'm cautious on. I think we're near the end of the cycle. I think you should have been buying this in March. Now that it's June, you're all excited. All right, whatever. Whatever, bro, but somewhere around Canada Day. Okay, but seasonally, I have permission, and technically, we are allowed to engage based on our rules of engagement. I can buy a dip. I don't have to hold it for very long, but I can buy a dip. So now you might say, well, I could scalp it long or I can swing it long, but I don't think I'm going to be able to position it. Okay, you're 2.5 months late on that trade. All right, but that's that. So we're short-term long. Great. So I go to settings. I go to commodities. And I'm like, give me some silver. Give me trending patterns and reversal patterns only. Cool. And I'm looking for bullish trends. Okay. Or bullish reversal patterns, which means maybe it is time to walk away. Okay. And I clicked the wrong one, so we go here. Okay, silver. Don't love it. Silver consolidating with a bearish breakout. Oh, no, so I don't like it. From a bullish point of view, don't like it. Why is it that I don't like it? Because I think there's a high probability in the next 4 weeks for this to be heading generally down. And we're trying to engage long. Is that sexy for a bull? No. Is this sexy for a bull? No. How about this? Well, we're hoping this is a 3-wave correction on a higher time frame, like a 4-hour. So what you're hoping for as a bull, okay, is this. So you know what? I'll wait for that pattern. It's predicting that it might be happening. Sweet. But I don't buy maybe goes ups. How about higher high, higher low? Cool. But even then, I expect it to reverse at some point soon. So anyway, I'm conservatively bullish. I know seasonality is moderately bullish. I know it's technically bullish. But I also know seasonally the bullishness is likely to end soon. So I'm very cautious based on the macroeconomic score. And I'm looking to engage. Is this a good buying opportunity based on technical analysis? No, pass. We'll go to the 30-minute. This is, in fact, not only not bullish, it's actually bearish. So now we'll go out to the hourly chart. Well, it might be bullish later if it makes a higher low, but right now on a slightly smaller time frame, lower low, lower high, so no, done. Now, if we had an opportunity to buy this dip, I would then go to my charts. You see? But I don't. So that's how I would do a trade. I'd look at that and say, yeah, silver is going up. That's great. I'm not interested. Pass. Imagine this is what you did in your mornings. Okay? Imagine that's what you did every morning. Huh. Well, his biz won't take no prisoners, won't spare no lives. Okay. So on Hal's like, hey, what about that Aussie kitty cat? Yeah, okay, great. Look how quick that was. Yeah, how about that? We can do a deeper dive. Okay. Pound Aussie is a 12. Kiwi yen is a 9. CAD yen is an 8. Pound dollar is a 7. Pound Swissy is a 7. USD rand is a 5. Pound yen is a 5. CAD Swissy is a 5. Euro Aussie is a 5. Ooh. So now we got to go all the way to, right? So your choice today is Euro CAD short or Aussie CAD short. All right, let's take a look at Angel's Aussie CAD. Okay, June is usually right. This June to July period is approaching. Okay, is approaching a trend. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, Ed, the trend is negative right now. And we're at 88.88. Okay, so, okay, interesting. Aussie CAD. Where are we going, Aussie CAD? Okay, 88.88. And the projection is currently as low as 87.99, but this updates every day. Linear projection. All right. Hey, TRADARS, do some technical analysis for me because I have not been following Aussie CAD very closely. So will you please review the 15-minute chart, the 30-minute chart, the 1-hour chart, the 4-hour chart, and the daily chart, and look for all kinds of trending patterns like up channels, down channels, up wedges, down wedges. How about triangles to show consolidation? And then also look for reversal patterns in the trends. So things like head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, Gartley patterns, bats, butterflies, whatever you want to call them, 1, 2, 3s. Just look for all this crap, okay? And do it quick because I don't have time to wait. I'm thinking about putting a trade together. Great. So you don't want to influence your technical analyst by saying you prefer to short. You're just like, tell me everything you can spot. And in 5 seconds, 1 second, we've just analyzed looking for at least 10 to 12 patterns on 5 different times. So 60, we looked for 60 instances and we only found 1. It came out an hour ago. And it's not that amazing. Pass. Huh. All right, so you're like, Wayne, this is too much, man, because I just want to know what to do now. Just tell me what to do. Okay, I can fix you. Settle down, Bubba. Okay, let's just look for the easiest of trades. How many people here want the easy trades? Just give me the easy trades. I don't want to do all this work. Just tell me what to do. Okay, whatever, bro. Okay, I'm only looking for trends. And this is an uptrend with a threat. This is a downtrend with a threat. This is an uptrend with a threat. This is an uptrend with a threat. This is consolidation with a breakout. Okay, so sell the rally. This is consolidation. This is trend with an opportunity. Yay! You're already an hour late, bro, but whatever. You do you. Okay, look at that. It's an up channel. Buy it off the bottom. Dude, you could have done this yesterday. What's wrong with you? Okay, look, check this out. Okay, it's not complicated. But you're like, well, I wasn't looking at it. Well, then you're not using your tools correctly, are you? You're looking at the wrong thing for the wrong reason. Here's your inverse head and shoulders. Cool. Did you see it? Okay. So if you like that, that's you. You do you. Consolidation. Okay. Is that great? No. Nobody likes consolidation. You like consolidation? Yeah, but if it breaks out, then you got tomorrow's trade. Oh, Euro Aussie. It's an uptrend with a threat. Consolidation with a potential breakout. Pound kitty CAD is a giant, big, fat maybe. It's not precisely the same as our Aussie CAD that we were thinking about shorting, but if it breaks, because remember, this is an emerging pattern. It hasn't happened yet. But if that happens, then you let it rise and you sell the rip. Cool. Aussie dollar 4-hour chart. Once again, uptrend with an opportunity. Pound CAD, we already saw that on a different time frame. A flag pattern. Do I love that flag pattern? No, but it does show maybe some yen weakness. Maybe, but I don't love that pattern, but you can do it. Okay. I don't love it. And in particular with the fundamentals, I don't love it, but it is happening. All right, double bottom. Kiwi Swiss franc. Okay. Am I a bull or a bear fundamentally? And by fundamentally, I mean more than just current macroeconomics, just general bias. Based on the central banking needs of Switzerland. Am I bullish or bearish on Kiwi Swiss franc? Grumpy Cat says, would Swissy or CAD be stronger? Just open up CAD Swissy and look at it. It'll tell you the answer to that. Come on, guys, let's be quick. Let's go. You don't know? Type in a question mark. Am I? Okay, yeah, you're right. Bullish. So this is an opportunity for me, isn't it? Yes. See, it's not overly complicated, guys. This is bullish with an opportunity. If you don't know these patterns, they're in the description below. Just download them. And there's no sales pitch. I don't put you into a sales funnel that gives you 12,000 follow-ups. No. I send you the chart templates, and that's that. The pattern training tool. I just send it to you. That's it. You get an email that says, thank you. Here's your download. Okay? Okay, like if seeing this doesn't incentivize you to subscribe to traders.com, then little templates ain't, right? A little printout memory tool is not going to convince you. So why am I going to sell you? I don't need to sell you this. If you don't see the value, dude, then I can't convince you. So, Swissy, it's okay, a bullish with an opportunity. Will I buy it? Well, that now I could open up that chart and maybe, just maybe, rising wedge, bullish with an opportunity. EuroCAD consolidation. So you could scalp it long, but I can't tell you if it's going to go higher or lower because it's a consolidation pattern. But if you're going to be a skippity scalpity, this is your trade plan for the day. I think I could find something better than that, but that is tradable. And if you had a long-term bias, you would just hold that forever, but I don't know if you do. Okay? Nor am I suggesting you should. Okay, pound Kiwi. Okay? Bullish with an opportunity. And then somebody asked about Rand. I think it was Grumpy. Okay, it's consolidating on a 1-hour chart with a potential breakout, so it looks like Rand is going to gain strength or US dollar weaken. Done. And that took way too long, guys. So if you're trading something different, you're not using technical logic. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 assets on 5 time frames. That's 150 charts. 150 charts. You trade things you like. I like this and I like that. I like silver. I look at 150 charts. I don't like. I only know. Now, of that, I must look at 12 patterns. I'm guessing on the 12, but it's probably 12 because I'm looking for multiple types of uptrends, multiple types of downtrends, multiple types of sideways trends, and multiple types of reversal trends. So I'm guessing when you add all that up, there's 12 patterns. What's 150 times 12? Can somebody do the math? It's 6 times 300, so 1,800, right? Is that right? All right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Okay. It's part of being a supermodel. Supermodels have superpowers. All right. What is one of the superpowers of a former male model? Thank you, Denise. One of the things is I can look for 1,800 different pieces of analysis. And I can therefore trade only the opportunities that have high probabilities. And after 1,800 pieces of analysis, I bet you there's no more than 6 things to look at. So you have 1,794 things that are likely mistakes. And I'm avoiding that. There are 1,794 things that are distractions to you. So I don't know if I can be a better trader, but I can do my job better. You might trade silver because you like silver. I don't even understand what that means. What do you mean like it? Okay. Oh, I love silver. I love my mother. I love my wife. I love my children. I don't love gold. What do you mean love gold? What the heck does that mean? I like to buy and sell gold so I can make money. Okay? Yeah. And then I can do fun things with money like make more money. I love money. Money is so awesome because money makes more money, which makes more money, which makes more money. And then I can do charitable work with my money. I can invest into my family 100 years from now. Isn't that cool? Money is awesome. But if you're spinning your wheels, trading emotionally, and you're being distracted by 1,794 distractions. Okay, let me go biblical here. So if you're Christian or Jewish, I apologize. I want to walk the righteous line like Jesus Christ. Don't get mad at me, okay? But there's a story, and I don't even know what the story is, but there's a story there. Jesus is walking through a marketplace, I think it is. Okay? And he's being distracted by gambling, by prostitution, by usury, so on and so forth. The idea here is you avoid this. You're repelled by the sin. You know what your greatest trading sin likely is? It's not your inability to do technical analysis. I bet you anything, you're really good. Certainly good enough. But there's 1,794 today. 7,009, right? 1,794 distractions. And you want to stay focused. And you're not distracted at all. TRADARS is righteous. Okay, maybe that's a stretch, but I'm trying to do an analogy here. Okay? So, let me do it again. I am going to analyze 1,800 charts technically. Okay, you ready? Pass, 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 pass. Maybe sell a rip, pass, buy a dip. Okay, buy a dip. Maybe, let it break, catch a pullback, pass, pass, buy a dip, pass. This will be interesting. It's a flag. Play around with it. Pull it up. It's an hourly chart. Pull it up. Pay attention. Watch it over the next few hours. Buy a dip. Kick it off the moving average. Buy a dip. Kick it off the bottom of the trend. Buy a dip. Pass. Done. 1,800 charts. That just happened.